What if every pull request you push was already tested, security scanned, and code reviewed before you even created it? That is exactly what we're building today. So hey, I'm Corey Lanou. I build AI-powered developer workflows, and this channel is where I show you exactly how to use Claude Code to ship real features, fix real bugs, and automate the boring stuff out of my day. So today I'm tackling issue number 15 in my open source Gopher AI repo, and this is a big upgrade to my start issue skill. But instead of explaining it all first, let's just kick it off and I'll walk you through what's happening while Claude does the work. First thing I always do is fire up Claude with my alias, Claude D. That's just Claude -- dangerously skip permissions. I run in that mode 100% of the time, so I don't have to approve every file right in command. I use it so often I actually just aliased it. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to start my start issue command. I'm going to give it issue 15. First, I'm going to put it in the plan mode. Now, plan mode forces Claude to read the issue, analyze it, and build a full implementation plan before it writes a single line of code. If you just let it rip without the plan, it tends to jump straight into the code and sometimes misses the bigger picture, and plan mode makes it think first and then execute. Now, it's asking me if I want to use a work tree, and for this one, I actually will, since it's a bigger issue. That way I can spin up multiple Claude Code sessions on different issues at the same time, each in their own isolated branch. All right, so Claude is off and running. Let me tell you what we just asked it to do while it works. So issue 15 has 4 major improvements to the start issue workflow. Let me break them down. So first, it has a TDD enforcement. Right now, the bug workflow says to write a failing test, but it never actually checks that the test fails. So that's certainly not real TDD. After this change, it will run the go test, confirm the test actually fails, and only then move on to the fix. Now that's the red-green refactor that we've all been taught about, and I really like this as well, and this is the way it should be. And the feature workflow gets the same treatment: test first, implementation second. Second, a security scan step. Before the PR gets created, it's going to run the goal vuln check to check for dependency vulnerabilities. Then it scans the change files for common issues, hard-coded secrets, SQL injection, path traversal, unsafe exec commands, all of that good stuff. If the changes touch the author of the crypto code, it even suggests running a codex review with a security focus. Third, a pre-PR code review. This is something I'm really big on. I always use the LLM to validate the other. If I do work in Claude, I use Codex to review it. If I work in Codex, I use Claude to review it. They catch different things. It's like having a second pair of eyes on every single PR. Now, this step suggests running that review before creating the pull request. Fourth, stronger verification. Instead of a vague verify it works step, we now explicitly run go build, go test across the entire project, go lang CI lint if it's available, even check the dev server build errors. Nothing gets pushed until everything is green. Now, if you look over here, you can see Claude has been working the whole time while I was explaining. And one of the things that it's asking now is it wants to continue. It's got the entire plan here. We have a couple of options. We can clear the context and bypass permissions, or we can just bypass permissions. We really want to go ahead and clear the context and give it as much context as it can use so it doesn't have any context rot. So I'm going to go ahead and clear the permissions and bypass them and let it go. Now it's going to run here for a while, so I'll go ahead and fast forward this until we get to the end of the actual work. All right, looks like the work is done. It's asking me if it wants to commit this and create a PR for the issue, so I'm going to go ahead and tell it to do that. And it will go ahead and create that PR and push it up, and then we'll actually take a look at it. All right, it went ahead and pushed up the PR, and there it is over there. One of the things I really love about this workflow is that after it pushes the PR, it actually watches the CI pipeline. If the checks don't pass, it pulls down the errors, fixes them, and pushes them again. Automatically, it stays in the feedback loop until the PR is green. This is a really big deal. So let's take a look and see what it came up with over here. Everything looks pretty clear. The TDD steps are in force, security scanning is in place, the pre-PR review is wired up, and the verification step is explicit. This is exactly what we wanted. Now here's what I want to know from you. Drop a comment below and tell me what skill would you like me to build or demo next. Maybe it's a code review, maybe it's a new workflow, a deployment automation, a testing pipeline, whatever it is, tell me in the comments. I actually build these based on what people ask for. Now your comment might be the next video. So that's issue 15. We just upgraded the start issue skill from basic, grab the issue and go, into a full development workflow, TDD enforcement, security scanning, independent code review, bulletproof verification, and Claude Code handled the whole thing while I talked you through it. If this is the kind of workflow automation that's useful to you, you want to see more on how to use AI to ship code faster, hit the subscribe button. I'm putting out 2 to 3 videos a week walking through my actual daily workflows. No fluff, just real tools solving real problems. And remember, everything you saw here today is in my Gopher AI repo on GitHub. The link is in the description. Clone it, fork it, make your own. I'll see you in the next one.